Have you ever stopped to think about what is actually happening when your dog walks over and slowly places a single paw onto your leg? It is not a random itch, it is not a simple plea for food, and it is a powerful psychological hook designed to alter your brain chemistry instantly. In fact, groundbreaking neuroscience reveals that this single touch can manipulate your heart rate and slash your stress hormones within seconds. Most dog owners live their entire lives experiencing this quiet gesture every single day without ever decoding the true emotional weight behind it. They assume their pet is just being needy, demanding a walk, or begging for a piece of whatever snack is left on the table. But behind that silent touch lies an evolutionary secret developed over thousands of years of shared history between humans and canines. Your dog is currently communicating with you using a complex, instinctual code that directly impacts both of your nervous systems simultaneously. There is a profound, invisible dialogue happening right in your living room, and you have likely been misinterpreting it since day one. Once you understand the profound science behind this touch, you will never look at your dog's quiet moments the same way again. Let us peel back the layers of canine psychology and reveal the 6 hidden reasons why your dog puts their paw on you. First, you need to realize that when your dog places a paw on your arm or knee, it is the exact evolutionary equivalent of holding your hand. Think about the biology for a second, because a dog's paws were never structurally designed by nature to express gentle affection. Paws are built for survival, engineered for high-speed running, intensive digging, stabilizing their weight, and pinning down objects during intense play. They are highly functional, tough tools meant to interact with a harsh, physical world, not instruments for showing tender emotional care. So, when your dog intentionally takes that specific part of their body and gently rests it against you without any external trigger, something extraordinary is occurring. They are consciously choosing to repurpose a survival tool into an ultimate gesture of deep, unprompted tenderness and social connection. In the intricate world of canine communication, physical contact initiated completely on their own terms is the highest form of social bonding. Your dog could easily choose to sleep comfortably across the room, or they could rest peacefully near you without making any direct contact. Yet, they actively made a decision in that quiet evening moment to bridge the physical gap and press their skin against yours. This is not a mechanical habit driven by routine, nor is it a subconscious reflex they perform without thinking. It is a deliberate, highly conscious choice reserved strictly for beings their nervous system categorizes under absolute safety and family. The next time you feel that gentle weight on your knee while watching television, know that you are not being annoyed. You are being held. Second, this gentle gesture is how highly intelligent dogs ask for your complete attention without demanding it or creating chaos. We all know the chaotic ways some dogs demand attention, whether they are barking loudly, whining continuously, or jumping all over the furniture. Some will continuously scratch at the door or stare at you with intense eyes until you drop everything to look at them. But there is a completely different caliber of dog, one that has learned over time that a quiet ask is infinitely more powerful than a loud one. The gentle paw on your leg is the ultimate polite request, a soft whisper in a world full of loud, demanding noise. It is your dog gently saying, "I am right here. I want to connect with you, but I will not throw a tantrum to get it." The reason this specific behavior matters so much is because of what it reveals about the unique relationship you have carefully built together. Dogs who consistently use the paw gesture for attention are almost always dogs whose human companions respond to soft, subtle cues. They have experimented with communication and learned through repeated experience that this elegant, quiet signal successfully produces a loving result. A dog that feels forced to bark loudly or jump aggressively is often a dog whose softer, subtler signs have been ignored for too long. A dog who reaches out calmly with a single paw is a dog who possesses absolute trust that you will notice their quiet presence. That distinction is something truly incredible to think about, because your dog is providing a direct reflection of your character as a guide. They are telling you that you are patient enough to notice, present enough to respond, and gentle enough to let them speak quietly. Third, this simple act of touching is actually a powerful form of mutual biological regulation for both you and your pet. This is where the scientific research becomes truly mind-blowing for anyone who studies the bond between humans and animals. A fascinating study conducted at Linköping University in Sweden analyzed the exact physiological changes during moments of close physical contact. The researchers discovered that when a bonded dog and owner interact, a massive chemical shift occurs in both bodies simultaneously. Cortisol levels, which represent the primary stress hormone tracking anxiety in the body, begin to plummet rapidly in a matter of minutes. At the exact same time, heart rates stabilize, and oxytocin, the ultimate hormone responsible for love and social bonding, surges dramatically. But here is the most remarkable part of the Swedish study that almost no regular dog owner has ever heard about. This powerful chemical healing effect is statistically strongest when the physical contact is actively initiated by the dog rather than the owner. In other words, when your dog walks over and places their paw on you, they are not just showing a random display of warmth. Their body is actively using your presence to regulate its own nervous system, finding safety through your stable energy field. And without even realizing it, your own stressed-out human body is doing the exact same thing through their calm, steady touch. Night after night, as you sit together on the couch, you are participating in a quiet biological exchange essential for your health. Your dog touches you because their brain has hardwired your scent, and touch is the ultimate antidote to environmental stress and fear. When that paw rests on your hand, their breathing slows, their muscles relax, and you literally become their emotional off switch. Fourth, that specific paw placement is often a deliberate check-in when your dog senses that something inside you feels different. The next time your dog reaches out to touch you, pay incredibly close attention to your own posture and current emotional state. Are you sitting slightly differently? Did you just let out a heavy sigh? Or have you been staring blankly into space? Dogs possess a specialized category of paw touch that they save exclusively for moments when they detect a negative shift in your energy. They are master observers of human behavior, capable of reading chemical changes and emotional shifts that you might not even notice yourself. They can literally smell the microscopic changes in your sweat production caused by rising anxiety, sadness, or intense psychological stress. They constantly read your micro-expressions, the subtle tightening of your jaw, and the slight changes in your natural breathing patterns. When sadness, grief, or a brewing physical illness begins to alter your biology, your dog often knows long before you do. Their immediate response to this internal shift is to walk over and anchor you back to reality with a firm, comforting paw. It is a deliberate, deep form of nonverbal empathy that clearly communicates, "I feel your pain, I am here, and you are not alone." Countless owners report sitting in complete silence during their darkest hours, only to have their dog provide comfort without a single command. The dog does not need a cue or a tear to fall. Their ancient biology drives them to protect the emotional state of their leader. Fifth, this beautiful, quiet touch is how they remind you that you belong entirely to them in a chaotic world. Dogs lack the ability to speak human language, so they cannot look into your eyes and say, "I love you so much." They cannot articulate how deeply they missed you while you were gone at work, or how grateful they are that you came home safe. Instead, they use the ancient physical language of the pack, a communication system that predates human civilization by millions of years. In canine social structures, continuous physical contact between members of the same group is how social bonds are actively reinforced. Wild wolves and dogs constantly lean into one another, sleeping in tight clusters and pressing their bodies together to maintain alignment. They communicate absolute safety and unbreakable allegiance through physical pressure, removing the need for any loud vocalizations or complex signs. When your dog walks up to you in the middle of a totally mundane day and places their paw on you, they are honoring history. They are reenacting the exact ritual their wild ancestors used to confirm loyalty and unity with the pack leaders. It is an explicit, beautiful statement of possession and love. You are my protector. I am your loyal companion, and we are one. In a fast-paced human world, where people rarely express unconditional loyalty, your dog delivers this message every single day. Once you understand this silent vocabulary, every single touch transforms from a simple habit into a profound love letter. Sixth, the paw is how they offer a sincere apology and check if the emotional connection between you is still intact. Think back to the moments immediately following a stressful argument in the house, or after you had to raise your voice in discipline. Have you ever noticed your dog creeping over cautiously and slowly extending a single paw toward your hand or foot? That gesture is not about the specific rule they broke, because dogs do not process abstract human morality the way we do. What they understand perfectly is the emotional temperature of the room, and they can instantly feel when distance enters the space. When your usual warmth suddenly vanishes, replaced by cold tension or anger, their secure world feels instantly threatened. The extended paw is a vulnerable bid for social repair, a quiet question asking, "Are we still okay? Do you still love me?" When you instinctively reach down, cover their paw with your hand, and speak softly, you are completing that vital emotional reset. In that brief, unscripted moment, a deep psychological repair occurs, restoring total harmony to their world without a single word spoken. They are not asking for forgiveness for a past mistake. They are begging for reassurance that they are still safely yours. When a dog puts their paw on you, they are speaking a multi-layered language of absolute devotion, empathy, and healing. It is the ultimate expression of an unconditional love that desires nothing more than to be anchored completely to your side.